In this video, we're going over some settings to fix your broken aim and how you can control recoil a lot easier here in Battlefield 6. Drop a like on the video if you spent more time critiquing your settings than actually playing a multiplayer match. Now, these settings are going to work no matter what console you're playing on and also no matter what controller you are playing with. As you can see here, I play with an Xbox Elite controller, actually on PC, with the short paddle on the back set up for jumping. Now you want to go to your controller settings specifically, and you want to expand this by pressing Y. I understand a lot of this can get confusing because there's some settings that are essentially hidden that you actually must change. And once you get to the controller settings tab, you want to go ahead and click on this, and you can see here we have the infantry aim sensitivity, and there are a number of other settings that absolutely must be adjusted to fix your broken aim and allow yourself to control recoil a lot easier. Now, my infantry aim sensitivity is set to 75. I highly recommend playing within that 50 to 75 range. It's going to allow you to turn on other players just in case you need to go ahead and snap on somebody that is to your left, right, or potentially even behind you, but it's also not going to be too fast to where you're missing a lot of shots at longer ranges. With Bloom being so strong here in Battlefield 6, accuracy is going to be key, and that's what we're going to be focusing on in this video. Now, for the field of view, you can play within that 100 to 120 FOV. This, in all reality, is going to be personal preference. I enjoy that 120 FOV. Now, this is where things get really important. You must turn off uniform infantry aiming. This is going to throw off your aim, accuracy, and gun skill at those longer ranges, and that's where a lot of people are going to be falling short here in Battlefield 6. Now, what you also want to do, which this is a secret setting that I see a lot of people skip over. It's kind of hidden in a way because you really wouldn't think to adjust your infantry aim input curve. You can actually set this to whatever Battlefield title you were most comfortable with. Now, if you enjoyed Battlefield Bad Company 2, you can set your infantry aim input curve and your infantry zoom aim input curve to the Battlefield Bad Company 2 settings. Now, you can also go ahead and do this for Battlefield 3, Battlefield 1 and 4, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 2042 old, or you can just run the standard curve for Battlefield 6, which in my personal opinion is incredibly hard to use. I can't aim on controller with the standard infantry curve here. That's exactly why I went ahead and switched mine to Battlefield Bad Company 2, because this is the Battlefield game that I played the most and I was the most accurate playing. So that's exactly why I have these set. Now, some additional settings you want to adjust is you want to adjust your zoom aim sensitivity. Now, all the way from 1.0 to the 4.5x zoom, you actually want to bump this down from 100 to 80. This is so it's going to be a lot easier to track players at longer ranges with whatever iron sight or optic you're using. Now, when you do select a higher zoom optic from 5.0 to 10x, you actually want to increase this from 100 to 110. So it's gonna be a little bit easier to track them. It's gonna be a little bit faster at those longer ranges. We're gonna go ahead and explain how you can win more long range gunfights right now, and also how you can control recoil a lot easier here in Battlefield 6. Now, we're gonna use the M4A1 as an example in the firing range. As you can see, I have 0 recoil controlling attachments on this carbine. This is one of the more popular weapons in game. I feel like this is gonna be a great way to showcase this. As you can see, the recoil control here in Battlefield 6, as well as the aiming, can be a little bit difficult, especially if you're trying to outgun players at longer ranges. As you can see here, this is going to be absolutely no recoil control. The gun kicks all over the place. It's shooting straight and then it just kicks to the left. It's kind of all over the place. Very difficult to use at longer ranges. As you can see, I'm not controlling recoil at all. I'm letting everything kind of do its thing. Now, specifically pay attention to this target here. As I'm holding the trigger down, you can see that the bullets, I'm gonna zoom in, the bullets, when I'm firing, they're actually not going straight whatsoever. Bloom is taking its effect, and even though your red dot might be on a target, that's not where your shots are going. That's exactly why you absolutely must burst fire here in Battlefield 6. It doesn't matter if you have a weapon that has all the recoil controlling attachments you can equip. whatever you do, your bullets are not going to be going straight. It doesn't matter because of how the bloom is currently working in game. Now, what you want to do when you are trying to correct this as much as possible, improve your recoil control, improve the broken aim here in the game, you want to implement burst firing as well as pulling down on the right thumbstick at the same time. You can see once I go ahead and do that, the weapon is a lot easier to control. You never want to just hold down the trigger and just let your weapon just go, because not only are you gonna be fighting recoil, but bloom at the same time. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Now, what I mean by pulling down on the right thumbstick is you literally want to pull down on your right thumbstick ever so slightly when you are firing. As you can see here, if I don't pull down, the recoil is going straight up to the right. Sometimes it goes straight up to the left. I mean, it doesn't, like here, it's just side to side. It's all over the place. But implement a burst fire and pulling down on your right thumbstick ever so slightly. This is something you're gonna have to practice in the firing range. You're gonna see that you're gonna be a lot more accurate. As you can see at longer ranges, even though I'm doing this, sometimes the bloom is going to take a part of the aim, and you're gonna miss some shots that you should not be missing. Right there, it's random. You can see right there that even though I'm holding down the trigger and I'm burst firing, sometimes the shots miss. Now, this is how you can mitigate that as much as possible. Mind you, I'm running an M4A1 setup that has no recoil controlling attachments whatsoever. This is gonna be the best way to control recoil right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and showcase this while just holding down on the trigger and pulling down on the right thumbstick. If you want a controller cam video, let me know down in the comment section. I definitely can go ahead and make that as well. I just wanted to make this video for you guys today so you can see how you're going to have to burst fire and pull down on the right thumbstick to actually go ahead and control the recoil. But again, if you want a controller cam vid, I can 100% go ahead and put that out for you guys as well. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying to go ahead and run a class setup that doesn't utilize recoil controlling attachments. We are going to be showcasing this with the full angle, which is going to be improving your recoil control as well as the compensated brake. This is going to be something you want to run with recoil controlling attachments as well to make things as easy as possible. Now, here is what is going to happen if you run recoil controlling attachments and you do absolutely no recoil control here. This is what you're going to be in game. This is what's going to look like in game. Not horrible, but at the same time, you are going to have to deal with bloom. At longer ranges, it's going to be a lot easier just to go ahead and tap fire, and you can see the time to kills are going to be a lot faster, and your grouping is going to be a lot better. You still want to go ahead and pull down on your right thumbstick ever so slightly when you are firing, even when running recoil controlling attachments. And as you can see, you are going to be getting some crazy fast time to kills, and you are going to be winning a lot more gunfights at range. Obviously, longer ranges, you're going to have to do this even more, as you can see, but just ever so slightly tapping the trigger and pulling down on the right thumbstick is going to allow you to be a lot more accurate. You guys can see here, if you just pull down on the trigger, see how inconsistent that was? Even though we're running a bunch of recoil controlling attachments and pulling down the right thumbstick, the bullets are not actually going where they're supposed to go. Now, if you do the same thing and burst fire, look at how much faster that was. That is undeniable proof that burst firing and pulling down on the right thumbstick is going to allow you to become a more accurate and better player here in Battlefield 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, feel free. Drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and if you want a controller cam video where I go ahead and do another full breakdown to help you guys improve your aim accuracy as well as gun skill, fix your broken aim here in Battlefield 6, I can 100% go ahead and get that done for you guys as well. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.